day, sir. So this is the Group 6 report, which is our topic. It's all about the entrepreneurial families. So entrepreneurial families are families who own and manage businesses, and their characteristics, dynamics, and decision-making processes are the focus of the field of the family entrepreneurship. So when we say entrepreneurial families, mao ni siya mga pamilya nga negosyante nga naga-own and naga-manage sa ilang businesses, which is naana sila mga characteristics, dynamics, and decision-making processes nga always naga-focus lang sa ilahang field family entrepreneurship or sa ilahang businesses. Kung may nga manggutag entrepreneurial families, like example, imagine nga na ay pamilya nga naga-run sa ilahang sariling bakery together, bakery which is together, and they all work together in the bakery, which is gikan sa pagbuhat sa bread and to selling their products sa ilahang customer. So that is the example of how being entrepreneurial families. Ang kining entrepreneurial families naa na siya'y mga characteristics, dynamics, and decision-making processes. Kung may nga tawag characteristics, which is mao ni siyang mga pamilya nga different and also have a special skills and also is closely kay na sila that have a clear communication that can make them together work together and help their businesses to grow, or kumbaga para mas mulambo pa ilang businesses when it comes na they work together. And second, we have dynamic. So when we say dynamic, those are the families kung how they interact to each other ba, and always ba sila nag-agree when it comes nga they have a conversation when it comes to their businesses, or they have any ideas to make their businesses to grow, and also how do they solve problems together if ever nga na ay mga problems or any risk about to their businesses. So the third is decision making. So ang decision making, these are the families nga naga-decide kung unsay buhaton na nila sa ilang businesses, which is dira may balaan dira magud sa decision making mao ni mga pamilya nga naga-decide or nagaplano about sa mga any risk or problems about their businesses. So needed jud nga every family or involved jud sila nga maghatag or plano or decision or any ideas just to make their businesses more particularly nga mas mulambo. So those are the decision making that makes the entrepreneurial families or the field of their businesses more to grow. So that is more the important of having a decision making in the entrepreneurial families. Next, we have market validation. So in a market validation, in a process that help entrepreneur determine if their product or services has need in their target market. So kini market validation manggod, these are the processes na makatabang sa entrepreneurs or kining entrepreneurial families para ma-determine kung unsa tong mga product or services na mas patok sa market. So like for example nga you have a low quality to your product. So they needed to validate that your product is needed to be high quality just para mas mapatok pa siya sa market. So those are the example of validation. So in a validation market validation, these are the process para mahibalaan sa mga entrepreneurs kung unsay needed nila niya i-change sa ilang product para mahibalaan nila and para ma-change nila tong mga needed nila i-change sa ilang product just to make the customer para mas maganahan na ang kining customer na mapalit sa ila if ever nga they're being satisfied about those product na ilahang gi-display sa market. And last is go-to-market strategy, succession, and continuity. Refers to a strategic plan that outlines how a family-owned business will transition the leadership to the next generation while ensuring the company's continued success and upholding the family's value. So these are the kining go-to-market strategy, succession, and continuity, which is those are the families that actually nga na ay mga sariling big businesses nga they need to continue and to more successful in the future. So when it comes mangod sa mga entrepreneurial families is if ever nga na ay mga sa ilahang ancestor, which is na sa ilang ancestor is na ay mga nabili niya mga negosyo, there is needed nga there's someone na sa ilang part sa ilang pamilya nga mo continue or ihatag sa ilang titulo sa ilahang kadugo, which is to make their businesses to more grow and succession in the future. So para mas katong para ang ilahang business or there's someone who kini to be next leaders to be next leadership to their business, or there's someone who in next generation would be ensure or upholding the family company or kanang para kung kisa tong mag-continue sa business sa ilang pamilya. So mao ni siya ang ginatawag nga market strategy, succession, and continuity.
So the topic that we will going to discuss is all about the differences in mindset and context between transgenerational entrepreneurship and other forms. So the first is mindset. So what is mindset? Well, mindset is a mental strategy, just like for example, if your parents have a business or running a business and they need to pass it to you in order you going to manage it. So that is we will call transgenerational entrepreneurship. So next is context. Ang transgenerational entrepreneurship ay nakasalalay sa konteksto kung saan gumagana ang mga negosyo ng pamilya at ang pamilya mismo. Ang kontekstong ito ay kinakabibilangan ng mga kultura na salik na nakaapekto sa pananaw ng mga pamilya sa negosyo, kayamanan at maging idea ng pagpasa ng isang pamana. That is context. Ang family relationship is like the relationship between family and their business is not limited. Kay kundi pati na rin ang sa may-ari or mga tagapagmana ng isa pang or mga like relatives, pwede sila pwede sila ma-include na owner, kay mao man na ang family na ikuan man na sila sa family relationship. Ang family of origin is current family. So ang family of origin o ang current family is parang hinungdanon nganong ang mga konteksto sa pamilya nga naghatag og lain-laing mga impluwensya sa atong kinabuhi. So ang pamilya is like family of origin or makatabang kanato sa pag-ila sa atong kaugalingon, samtang ang current family ay naghatag kanato og bag-ong mga opportunities sa pagkat-on ug pagtubo. That is family of origin and current family.
Present the steps involved in carrying out a succession plan and explain the contextual aspects influencing succession strategies. So, a succession plan is like making sure nga naatay backup or mapuli if someone important in our company or in our business na mohawa, mo leave or mo retire, para mapadayon and to make sure that our business runs smoothly even if someone important leave. So first is identify critical roles. We need to identify what's the most important jobs or person in a business. For example, a business manager, because it is the one who makes sure that our business runs smoothly and sila pod ang nag-attract of money, plan for the future, and make sure everyone is working together. And second is develop success profiles. We need to figure out kung unsa ang mga experience and skills na needed to become a good manager. For example, a good manager dapat kabalo mo organize and good with numbers and understand how to make money and knows how to handle the business and be able to talk to people and work with them as a team. The third is nominate potential candidates. We need to we need to look for the people who already work at the business or already has knowledge on running a business. And maybe someone na kabalo mo plan and knows how to communicate and work with others. Maybe someone na knows how to keep things organized and love the business work. The fourth is we need to assess candidate capabilities. If we already found someone na can be a good manager in our business, even if they have experience or knowledge about it, maybe we help them get better and learn more about on how to manage the money and how to plan for the future and to be a leader. And we can give them time to practice or training so they can be really become as a good manager in our business.
Develop talent pipeline. Create a pool of high potential employees by providing targeted training, mentorship, and stretch assignments to prepare them for future leadership roles. So, ang paghimo og pool sama kini sa kataas sa mga trabahante nga kinahanglan og training nga maoy ilang pag-andam sa ilang future. Number 6. Create development plans. Design customized learning and development plans for each identified successor addressing their specific skill gaps and career aspirations. So, mao kini siya ang mga disenyo nga naka-customize sa mga pagtulun-an og mga plano sa kada successor og mag-specific sa ilang trabaho. Number 7. Implement knowledge transfer strategies. Facilitate knowledge sharing between current roles holders and potential successors through mentoring, job shadowing, and documentation of an article processes. So, kinahanglan nga mahitabo ang mga bag-o nga magbubuhat o mga successors nga pinaagi sa pagtudlo sa mga critical nga process. Number 8. Monitor and review. Regularly assist the process of succession candidates, adjust development plans as needed, and review the overall effectiveness of the succession plan. Mao kini ang mga gikinahanglan o i-assess og regular nga ang pagpalambo og mag-adjust kini sa mga plano nga kinahanglan mag-review sa tanang mga giplano.
Ang dynamic industry mao ang pwersa nga nag-impluwensya sa pagtubo o pagbago sa usa ka partikular nga industry. So ang nag-impluwensya sa dynamic sa industriya is ang una-una is technology. Ang technology, ang bag-ong mga teknolohiya makahimo og bag-ong mga produkto or serbisyo kung mahimo usab nga mas barato or epektibo nga pamaagi sa paghimo sa mga produkto or serbisyo. Pananglitan ang pag-uswag sa teknolohiya o sa computer nakapausab sa industry sa pagpamaligya or pagmantala. And then second is ekonomiya. Ang kahimtang sa ekonomiya mahimo makapekto sa panginahanglan sa mga produkto o serbisyo sa usa ka industry or pananglitan kung ang ekonomiya sa mga tao ay lagmit nga mopalit og mulaho sa mga butang makatabang sa tua as a human. And then political nga palibot, mga balawod or regulasyon mahimo sa nga makapekto sa industry. Company culture, collaborative culture may favor internal development of successors, while a more competitive culture might encourage internal recruitment. So it means ang ginapasabot ani as a company culture kanang when we say company culture kanang nagakalahi-lahi ang batasan kanang, for example, as a tindera or you are a leader of a company, if ever lahi imong batasan, lahi imong pag-treat sa customer, dili ka kabalo mo encourage sa customer, so it means dili mo grow ang company kanang mo down ang company kanang dili siya mo level up. And then dapat diri ang side kanang siya kanang dapat inyong na may collaboration kanang magkasinabot mo as a team para mo level up ang inyong company, or it means kadang nainindot nga padulungan or hapsay man nga padulungan para sa mga tao, or it means nindot ang pag-treat nimo sa mga tao para mo grow ipong company. Leader style is a hands-off leadership style may require more detailed knowledge transfer plans compared to a highly involved leader. So it means as a leader ka na yun kay kanang it means daghan kay natun-an nga para i-deliver nimo sa imong member. It means kay ikaw man ang leader, so ikaw gyud ang kanang dako kag kanang dapat more knowledge gyud ang imong nahibalan para ma-share nimo sa imong mga member. And then as a leader, dapat ikaw pud ang magpasunod sa imong team or unsa pud ang mga dapat nila buhaton. And then kay as a leader man ka, dapat ang ipakita nimo nga batasan sa ilaha it means maayo para mao ang ilang sundon kay ikaw man ang leader. For example, as a leader of a company, kanang leader ka sa company, and then ikaw ang leader, and then imong mga member kay dili mo sunod sa batas. So it means ikaw nga leader ang magpasunod ana. Dapat ikaw pud nga leader is interesado ka nga mo encourage sa ilaha nga dapat mao na ang buhaton para na sila collaboration or kamo na may collaboration as a teamwork sa company.
Strategies for fostering entrepreneurial spirit while maintaining stability and continuity. To foster an entrepreneurial spirit while maintaining stability in family businesses, key strategies include encouraging innovation within the family structure. So kani siya is need nato nga muhatag og space sa atong family business para makakita and makabuhatag new idea about sa business sa atong family. Example, so kung tahay if akong family is na ay mini online shop for dresses, mahimo ni sila nga maghimo og new line sa mga dresses nga want nila nga mas mo improve og mas magustuhan sa mga teens lalo na sa atong generation ron. Number 2, promoting open communication. Kini is importante pod as member sa family business nga nagnegosyo para makashare og ideas and para dili mabalaka if ever maabot ang panahon. Example is mag-set sila og regular meeting para sa mga problem nga istoryahan and para ma-share sa ang mga curiosity and sa mga kulang sa isa ka business. And if maabot ang panahon is dako ilang improvement sa ilang business. Number 3, providing opportunities for continuous learning. Kini siya is need ni nga muhatag ang family og opportunities sa ilang members sa family And dapat is they need to learn muna para mag-improve ug masanay sila mag-business. Example, iskulahan nila ang course about business para in the future is kabalo sila unsaon pag-handle ani nga business. Number 4, clearly defining roles and responsibilities. Then, kini siya is dapat klaro jud sa tanan family kung kinsa ang first responsible nga tagaan og business. Example, is need nila magsulat sa papel for the responsibilities in every member of family, such as financial management, marketing, and manufacturing products. Number 5, facilitating mentorship within generation. So kani siya, for example is si grandpa. Si grandpa kay isa sa successful entrepreneur sa ilang family, and ang ilang father side is took over the business and expanded its operation, and now their grandchild ka-interesado of joining a family enterprise. Number 6, actively managing succession planning to ensure smooth transition between family members. Consider a family-owned manufacturing company with 3 generations involved. The founder, which is the grandfather, the second generation, which is the father, and the third generation is the grandchild.